go. Mobile Life dashboard. Kind of doing, checking around and everything. Excuse me, as I was eating a. I think it's like they refer to as like a hard-boiled egg. Yeah, kind of like just crack it open and you eat stuff that way. But I guess while I guess we're like, while I play the waiting game, if I can checking stuff on, like Steam, or, well, not Steam, like, my, like mobile and everything and all that. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just do my intro. So, yeah, as always, everyone, heyo, Buffalo Rebel Maniacs. It's Mr. Romo Roses here, and, welcome back to yet another installment of Dead by Daylight. Funny thing is, it's actually the second stream of the day because I actually did some DVD earlier today because I said I was going to try and do some DVD to if I could get some more blood points and everything like that, and be ready for tomorrow, aka Tuesday, because the latest DLC chapter thing is going to be coming out, which is the Chorus of Sin. It's going to have a new killer called the Judgment, and a new survivor called, I think it's like Aurora. I want to say, for some reason I was thinking like Aurora Rose, but I think it's like Aurora Stardaughter, as a survivor. And, yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing a thing at most where, I'm probably going to just like hopefully get the new survivor, maybe get in prestige at least enough to where I'm able to get their perks unlocked, and maybe do like some adept runs with them or something. Sorry if you'll hear me double there. I like checking my stream on my phone, to make sure everything's playing out nicely. But yeah, But yeah, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow's, you know, Tuesday thing. I figured I'd kind of come back to it, and everything because I was planning on like doing a second. I was kind of like planning on doing a second stream. But I think like sometime after I had like ended my original stream, that I actually decided to be like, you know what, I'm going to probably get a little bit going to get a little bit of rest. And I did get up and I actually did get up a while ago and all that. So if my voice sounds kind of like it's like or you know whatever the term thing may be, you just know that I'm kind of like I'm kind of still waking up. I think I'm up decent enough, you know, to do this, that, and the other. But anyway, in the last stream that we did, you know, we played some Survivor. We played, you know, as Ash Williams. Because I've talked about this in my and I talked about this in the previous stream. But you know, might as well kind of talk about it here again because of the recent. It's mainly because of the recent news that I learned that apparently Bruce Campbell is done being Ash Williams. Apparently, I guess like the time has come and Ash Williams is now gone. I guess. So yeah, when I heard about that, I was like, might as well actually bring Ash out, in DVD because I've been playing as Nicolas Cage for quite a bit and everything like that. Just seeing how things go. And some of the things I talked about was I never really knew much about like Army of Darkness or even Evil Dead as watching them and everything like that. I kind of knew about it, but I never really seen the movies and stuff. And I remember like at one point in time, there was the whole Ash versus Evil Dead that was made into like kind of like a little series, like a little TV show series. Even though I never really watched that, um, but I knew about Ash Williams through at least a couple of reasons. Um, the first way that I knew about Ash was because it was because he was technically kind of like within the DNA formula of what made Duke Nukem. As far as like his character, as far as like some of his characters traits go. Even though I think I've even said this before, where it's like, I don't know for sure if this is actually the case or not, but I think when it comes to Bruce Campbell and everything like that, allegedly, like supposedly he knows the whole situation about Duke, but apparently I guess like he is not not the biggest fan of it, mostly because of how he's mostly because of how Duke has taken bits from like parts of of his own character of Ash Williams, and all that stuff. Second way that I knew about Ash Williams as a character, more or less, was through the classic Doom, because there was a mod called, I think it's like Army of Darkness, Army of Darkness Doom or something like that. That was like a very old. It was like a very old mod. And it was like trying to have like I guess it was like a very old Doom mod. And it was one of those things where it's like it was trying to be like a total conversion type thing and have recreating a lot of the moments from the Army of Darkness movie. And I guess now that I think about it too, like I remember like a long while back that I actually played an Army of Darkness mod for Duke Nukem 3D back in the day. I remember actually co-op that with a friend of mine who I was known to co-op stuff with on Duke 3D a lot on the PC. Quite the interesting mod it was, especially with the fact that a lot of the enemies were like the bony skeleton boyos. But yeah, you know, we're gonna be trying to do some more Survivor gameplay and everything like that. You know, see how things go. Um, I say that I would say that last stream was definitely interesting to say the very least. You know, I had like some moment, I had like some moments where like um I had so so you know this may or may not be the thing to some people, but like uh during one of my matches I had I went up against the Plague, who basically, you know, you say it's like, I guess, like air quotes, or you know, or whatever in quotations, you know, basically like, but they tunneled me out just to get a Mori, even though I think like even though I think that, you know, most of the other people, you know, I want to say like some people might have escaped or something like that, because I can't remember, because I kind of remember, because the one thing I kind of remembered was like, I went to go check out of curiosity, and I saw like it seemed like there was it seemed like it was like at end game, you know, and like, you know, there's some people that are still alive, so I don't really know exactly, you know, how many, you know, people might have escaped, if any. And then I had like a situation where I faced an artist, and two people ended up DCing, and then it was just me and a Tori Kane bot, and I was like, and I think I was not hooked or anything at the time, and you know, and everything like that, and I was like, and I was trying to be like, hey, like, you know, hey, like, hey, there's the bot, you know, go get the bot, because, you know, I figured that, because in my mind, I kind of figured that, you know, because of how, like, you know, two people had DC and everything like that, you know, that maybe, you know, the artists were going to show some leeway and, you know, allow me to go, but they didn't. So I basically, you know, I abandoned because I had the you know, because I had the feature and everything. Uh, and I kind of want to say that I kind of want to say that maybe like the last match that I had before I called it. I had a hunt. It was like I think like the last match that I had was against a Huntress, who basically was just doing nothing but slugging people the whole entire game. But we all managed to escape. And you know, you know, their little and their in-game DVD name is called Hex Slug. So.
Oh, I make this.
But yeah, so that was the thing. Now, I did do the daily challenges and stuff like that from from the day and everything like that. So right now I'm technically running a bit of a healing build type thing. So my perks that I'm using are We're Gonna Live Forever, which is a David King teachable. Where you heal down survivors 100. You heal down survivors 100% faster. Whenever you finish healing a down survivor, they gain endurance for 10 seconds. Idle Didact, which is an Anna Francis perk. You start trial with 0 tokens, and you get up to 5. You're good. Basic healing skill checks. Get 50% less progress, but while you're healing another survivor without a medkit, whenever you hit a basic skill check, you earn 1 token. You create skill check for each token, you get 50% more progress. You cannot get great basic skill checks. It's basically kind of like in a way where it's like, you know, if you have Autodidact on and you're trying to heal someone, um, you know, it gives like a kind of gives like a special skill check thing that you can hit, Yeah, but you can't be able to get great skill checks. So, you know, there's that. Next up is Solidarity. This is a Jane Romero teachable, where while injured and healing another survivor without a med kit, you also gain healing percent. You gain healing progress at 70% speed. And the last one is Resurgence, which is a Jill Valentine perk. Whenever you're on Unhooked, you gain 70% healing progress. So basically, in a nutshell, like, you know, when you get unhooked, you can be able to have some progress on your healing, and you're able to hopefully, you know, you can be able to pretty much, like, you know, heal under the hook, stuff like that, you know, to get back to the swing of things. So, you know, there's that. And I want to say, like, I think I might have saw this as a, but like, I think I might have, like, saw this thing as like a build on YouTube. But I think I might actually, like, kind of change a thing or two here and there. But you know, we're gonna try and do this because the idea is to try to do, like, the whole, like, heal a total of 280 health states. So, you know, maybe if we get lucky, you know, we might be able to, you know, get some of that down on survivors. A lot of other survivors. Wow, the killer just up and left. Would it be But yeah, yeah, back to, you know, back to the earlier stream and everything like that. The Plague and the artist that I faced were both Twitch streamers. And the artist player was actually someone that I actually went up against before, because when I went to their Twitch channel and everything, I saw that I had like 10 channel points of theirs, which I'm not, like, you know, too surprised or anything like that, you know, because sometimes, like, I have had those moments where it's like, you know, I come up across people that I've, you know, faced before, or, you know, may have somehow randomly teamed up with before or something like that. But anyway. But yeah, so the idea for right now is trying to maybe, like, you know, use this build to, you know, to hopefully. So the idea for right now is try to use this build to hopefully gain, you know, some progress towards the, you know, towards the main goal of, you know, healing at least 280 survivors in total. Even though there's like a few more, but you know, there's that. Oh, lovely. First match on, and it's against the Blight. Speedy McBoyerton. Speedster McBoyerton. God damn it. Oh, we're all here. Damn. Like, man, we had nice progress on that thing, too, and then fucking... God damn it. So I think he's got... I think he might have Surge. This was like by random ass chance that it's eruption. I feel like it's, you know, I feel like this is, I feel like you get Surge. Hold on. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get this in time. Figured. Something tells me he probably also has pop as well. Ow! How did he curve that? He's not supposed to curve. Yeah, that gen's gonna probably be regressed down to 0 at this point. Like, man, there was so much fucking progress on this. I disagree with that. I bet you anything, it's probably gonna get pain revs again. Ain't not yet. Pain revs. It's coming. Ow! There should have been a fucking thing here. Look at that. Oh. Well, see, they're refusing to let me heal them, so. Even though it's completely useless at this point. Fuck. Fuck.
Hey!
I guess the point of the process, you know, it's just like everyone's just giving up, more or less. Oh, this ain't good. It's against the blight, too. God damn it. You know what? No. The one thing he's not gonna let me live. So might as well just say fuck it, get out of here. Ah, look at that, it's P100 blight. What do you got? God damn it! It was that killer shack, and it was on the stupidest side too. Like it should have been like at where I was looking at. You know, where that should have been like where I was originally at. But yeah, basically in a nutshell, holy gym defense, Batman, you know, kind of thing. Fucking Pop, Pain Res, Eruption, Call O'Brien. It's like as soon as that thing popped, I was like, you know what, might as well just fucking abandon because, you know, because like I said, you know, they're not, like I said, like it's pretty much the thing at this point where it's like, no killer is going to let a survivor get out the gate and all that. So like, you know, if you can't, so like, if you can't both somehow find, you know, so like, if you can't both somehow find, you know, like the hatch through the last person and all that, then chances are you might as well. The chances are you also you might as well just fucking, hit the abandon feature.
Need a little help there, Junior?
Because like I said, you know, they're not. Because like I said, you know, killers a lot of the time are not gonna let you get out the gate. Because they're not friendly. You know, they're not that friendly. So. I guess overall I'll say, like, you know, they're not friendly, you know, they're not your friendly friends, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, I will be trying to hopefully, I will be trying to hopefully, like, rename the stream and everything like that. I pretty much just went with, like, the previous, thing from my last stream. I just took out the E and the word judge because, for whatever reason, like, I always keep thinking to myself, it's like, you know, you put the whole word judge in judgment. But interesting set of names there. But yeah, if I can be able to do one more little, yeah, hold on. Yeah, so one more healing state type thing, and I'll be good there. I should not only be able to get that, but also the complete 3 quests thing as well. Yeah, if I can be able to get this, then I'll probably gonna go back to my main build. But I think probably what I might do when I go back to my main build is I might actually switch out Kindred for Left Behind. Yeah, I might actually switch out Kindred with Left Behind, and everything like that because trying to find the fucking hatches or honestly a pain in the ass because like. Cause they're so they're often at times so random. You know, if if someone doesn't bring a hatch offering of some sort. Speaking of which, I'm kind of surprised in the way that the fucking Blight, you know, brought a hatch offering of all things. You know, it's like you know why would a killer bring a hatch offering? Okay, either Chucky or Tiffany. I think it probably is Chucky. Like, I want to say because like I think like it doesn't really matter if you use the skin, but it's always like say the good guy. Front row. only pain res, but DMS as well. Okay, so that one stonk. Alright, so now I got my... Okay, so I guess like if you look at the like the menu thing like I did a moment ago, and it said like it's like it's the good guy. I guess like once you go to like the scoreboard at the end, that's when it will say like, oh you actually it's actually the good gal. So. And that. Oh no. What? I'll say, well, she's gonna be going back there. Fuck. Ow! I threw the fucking thing on the wrong side. Ah, god damn it. I got hit with that fucking tip. Yeah.
Hey!
Where are you taking me?
Yeah!
What is wrong with
Ow. Oh, please lead the way, please lead the way. There you go. someone trying to do a thing here? I was like, I don't think it's really wise. Okay. Pain res. Fuck. Funny thing, but it's down to the two of us. Hmm. Wait, they're what the fuck? I both said it's like they were like literally like right there. I honestly do not. I don't really understand that. I didn't really understand what what had happened there. Oh, and they had new head as well. Corgi yaps. Apparently they had Pain Res, Bamboozle, Noed, DMS.
go camping, they say. Get back to basics, they say. Screw they.
Oh, wait, what? Wow. Think well, what do you know? Hey, look on me side, I guess. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to like, go back and, I'm definitely gonna have to like go back and watch the POV from that end. Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna have to watch it and everything. Oh. Yeah, like I was saying though, so because I didn't really know 100% for sure, because like I thought it was like, oh, there's, like there's the, like the, the like certain certain skins that have like certain names and all that, but but like for whatever reason, it was like, oh, like it's like, oh, like it's like, it's like, I see his name, the good guy, and it's like, oh, it's, possibly Chucky, because sometimes, because I say like for me at least, it's like, like sometimes I have, faced Chuckies, sometimes, I might, come across like the rare sightings of, of like, Tiffany's, aka Good Gals, and all that stuff, but I didn't really know for sure about, like, it's like, oh, you do the thing, and like, you see, like, who the killer is, during the game, and it's like, oh, you go to, like, but it's like, oh, you go to the end game, stuff like that, and, go from there. But, it is what it is. Yes, let's see, so... Of, of course it didn't fucking do the thing. So, yeah. Alright, so... much as, much as I don't mind, using Kindred, these days, everything like that now, I think I'm actually going to switch it to left, switch that to Left Behind. So, but I'm still gonna, cause I've been kind of like thinking about like all the parks and everything like that, cause, cause sometimes like, I might have like a certain little, like a certain build here and there, to use, and sometimes I might, kind of like have like a various type, like various little builds and shit like that. And and so, and then think about it as it's like, oh, like I guess you said there's like three perks that that I kind of like using up at times. Um, from Deja Vu to Wake Up and Left Behind. Yeah, yeah. Those are known to be like my three solo queue. Those are known to be like my three perks that I often use quite a bit. For doing that. Might as well brings. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna leave that. So yeah. But yeah, like I was saying though, like the three perks that was known to use quite a bit were Deja Vu, Wake Up, and Left Behind. Even when like Wake Up was even when Wake Up had gotten the change that it didn't really need because for some reason I guess like Killer Mains were like oh, this person is able to open the gate so fast, no even have no time, and all that. But you know. Hex Boosie Bottom. Oh my word. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to try and see about the. I'm, I'm definitely going to try like to watch the POV back of that match from from the Tiffany's perspective. And the killer leaves. Why? Yeah, like when it comes to those three perks that I mentioned and everything, it was something that if I was it would be of use, especially like for me who started doing who was known to do solo queue more than playing in the Swift. Like I have experience with like playing in the Swift, and then I talked about this before, but it's like I used to I used to be able to play in the Swift, for a good little while, but due to but like I said before, due to entitlement on a certain streamer's part, whether they want to admit it or not, they wanted to be they wanted to be a complete jackass, and they banned me from they banned me from their Twitch, and they also kicked me out of their Discord community. Even though like I did, even though like I did, even again, this is gonna be like one of those little, he said she said type things, but like I did nothing wrong, okay, like I fucking did nothing wrong, like I played the fucking game and everything like that, and it's like, you know, and like I played the fucking game, and do anything, that you do all that, just trying, the best to play things out and everything like that. And then next thing I know, it's like, oh, like I go save them off the hook, and they're like throwing a fucking tantrum because I saved, because I saved them off the hook, and it's like, oh, like this motherfucker thinks that because he has will make it that he ain't built to, you think you like do this or do that, whatever. And and it was one of those times too where it was like, I actually had their stream up on my phone because I usually don't have, because I usually not known to do that. Ow! Okay, so we actually got Chucky. Ah, try to get the fucking. I love it. I like Tiffany better. There you go. Okay, Laura screams. Could this Chucky possibly have turned back the clock? Here. Oh, God damn it. Thank you, Chucky, for not, coming after me, so suddenly. Double guy yoink. Pain rush check. That's a bit. Well, I guess you can get that. Pain rise. Duck a duck. Well, I'll do this, believe this was a GG. Ow! Unfortunate. Does he have a Mori? He does. That's a spicy Mori. I'm gonna do this. Pain rush check. Ow! Damn, about time. You're fucking gonna get me down once. Gee.
Hey! Yeah!
Yeah, I think he's gonna turn back the clock. So I think it's like pain res, turn back the clock at most. Once again, pain rush check. That's why I got off mine.
Hey!
Damn. Yeah, boy, I got some more there. At this point, I kind of randomly feel like it's gonna be like a 4K4. Like, you know, this is where this is kind of where Kindred would come into play nicely. Well, I'm dead. Ow! And it is. And nowhere was the fucking hatch. I see what this boy had. So apparently, okay, so apparently the other two were No Way Out and Barbecue and Chili. And that's probably how he knew where I was. Damn it. Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably, I'm guessing that's probably how he knew where I was, you know, was Barbecue and Chili. You think some people will be stupid sometimes, you know? But you kind of hope for it.
After I specifically asked not to be impaled through the chest.
But yeah, but it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, unfortunately, the hatch was nowhere near, was nowhere nearby. So. Have to keep that name in mind. Cause there's a bit of a thing, I guess, that, you know, kind of has gone on. Hold on, let me actually do something real quick. Switch to, Sweater Ash. So, there's a bit of a thing sometimes, you know, I'm not saying like it's like it's all the time or like and all that stuff, but some of the times that I've seen people that have TikTok in their name have like a possible chance of them being a cheater. Because like, this is from like a handful of videos that I've seen and everything like that, but basically in a nutshell, it's like, they have like a TikTok username. They have TikTok in their username, and if people often sometimes would go to it, then it would lead to seeing clips of them cheating in Dead by Daylight. Now, so far, I'd say like I haven't really come across like anyone who like. I feel like probably like, looking for me, like like I have not come across someone who has TikTok in their username that actually turned out to be a cheater. So it's like last time the last time I remember seeing like people who had TikTok in their username was I'm not gonna say like chill, but they were they were normal game normal people just playing the game. No no cheaty doodles, no that stuff. Okay, so we got corrupt intervention off the bat. Well, there's some news. Oh, it's like we got a demo up on this bitch. Hey man, ow! I was like, hey man, I don't want any. I need some milk. Good thing I didn't fast fault there. Fucking duck. I mean, I'll go heal you, but okay. Well, shit. I'm gonna work on that jello, so next thing you know, it gets pain res. Oh, you got a little detectable going on, huh? Ow! I hit the fuck. I hate when that shit happens, man. It's like I literally hit the fucking. You know, I dropped the pallet, I stunned them, and yeah, I somehow still get. And yeah, I somehow still get hit. You're crazy. Thank you. Sorry for cockblocking you. Meh. Fuck. Ow! I don't want to be touched. Ow. Ah, bitch. I'm probably deader than hell. Don't go there. Like, don't go that way. He's a silent fuck, he is. Fuck. Well, I'm there in hell. Throw me a bit too. Oh, damn it. Look at that. I guess I got that gen done. Because there's still enough time for them to get the gen done. Call that a chase and a half. Level 31. 235 air shirts. The bean burglar. The burglar of Meme. Oh, he was dead. It's a Steve Fang now. There's Team Fang now. The Fang the Duel.
All right.
Yeah, unfortunately, so I feel like when it comes to this game, it's like I'm kind of like I usually like in a way like I'm sort of used to dying in this game, but I feel like those still like suck from time to time where it's like it's like god damn, it's like I wish I could have lived somehow. And Laura has left the building. Sure, I guess. And yeah, the reason why I'm not like using like the 2 feet toward use or other little event stuff and all that is because they're kind of rare. They're kind of rare, and it's like and most of the time it's like I only use them if like there's like a way to actually gain if there's like the only time I probably would use like the cake like special cake and stuff like that. It's just like there was like a way to that increase blood bonuses. Like like maybe like a fucking bloodhound or something like that. Well, what do you know? We got to face the demo, and now we're on the Hawkins map. Nice. I haven't seen a knight in a hot minute. Uh-oh. Ow! There's no way I took that for you. Like, out of my everything. Like, my everything hurts. Please tell me that, please tell me that, do it! Like, do I even want to do the thing? Ow. Unfortunately, on the other side of the map. Because the gens are together. Here comes that boy. Damn. Oh, this is not good now, is it? I mean, I want to be that guy, but it's like, you know, there's no point. Like there's literally no point. You know what, might as well. Oh no. Yep, there's no point in staying. Yeah, there's like literally no point. You know. Literally there was no point in playing this because, you know, it's like fucking, you know, we couldn't get a single gen done. You know, we already lost one person, so it's like, so it feels like it's like, so, like, honestly, I feel like the night should just DC'd, but, in my opinion, but, you know, that's, I don't know. It just sucks, you know. You know, like, it just sucks, you know, it's like, you know, we couldn't be able to do anything. You know, like, we couldn't be able to do anything and all that, so it's just like, well, you know, just fucking get it over with, because, you know, there's literally no point in trying to play, you know, it's like fucking, you know, Bill was out, you know, Kate was, you know, I think it was on Death Hook, and all that, like, in my opinion, Night should have DC, an ADC penalty, and I know it might sound harsh, but, you know, it's just, you know, that might sound, I know that might kind of sound harsh, but, you know, it's just, yeah, that's just something I'm just rambling, you know, because I just, it just sucks having matches like, you know, it just really sucks just having matches like that, you know, where it's like, oh, you know, like, you know, you can barely do fuck all, and so I'm gonna kind of talk to you guys a little bit before I possibly go on the next match, but I still kind of think the Knight should have just DC'd an ADC penalty, but, you know. Don't take that, you know, to heart. But you know, a lot of times it's like, you know, people say like, oh, like, you know, the whole game is survivor side and things like that, you know, and you know, and maybe like, you know, it has like it's like favorite towards it, but like, you know, but like to me, like it doesn't mean like, oh, like, you know, survivors escape more than killers kill, you know, type of situation, you know, and someone who often is in solo queue, you know, it's like you know you hate seeing matches like that where it's like, you know, you're trying your best, everything like that, and everything just falls apart. You know, cause it's like, you know, it's like, cause like I guess you say it's like on the one hand it's like, you know, you want to try and build, you know, to, you know, somehow make a comeback, but at the same time though it's like, you know, you got the doubts, you know, like that's in the back of your mind. It's like, well, you know. There's, you know, there's one person dead already at 5 gens. You know, two people are on hooks. So just like, well, you know, just get it over with, get your fucking little, you know, quick 4K and, you know, stroke your ego, I guess, you know, and move on. You know. Yeah, 'cause like I say, you know, there was literally nothing other than hopefully, you know, just. There's like really nothing that could have been done there other than like, you know, for the Knight to just eat a DC penalty. So you know there was no real point in playing that out. So you know, like I said, I feel like the Knight should just DC. You know, they should just gave up or something like that. But can't always get what you want. Otherwise, then I probably would have. Otherwise, then I probably would have the fucking nerf to the ground balancers fight, which I know it's going to sound like a crazy hot take, but I still believe, that the balancer should be heavily nerfed. You know, I don't care if anyone says that's a skill issue or not. You know, I don't like facing the balancers. And mostly because like I don't like I don't like gank fights. You know, people and there's a lot of times like people say like, oh, just do this, that, and the other. And it's like, it doesn't always work out as much as you think. You know, it doesn't always really work out. You know, to what people show on supposedly show on the internet and everything like that. You know. It's like not everything's going to show. Not everything's going to be always done in the way that people show it. No matter fucking they say like, oh, it's so easy, but it's like it's not. You know, so you can't prove me wrong otherwise. Especially like I said, when it comes to the whole situation of like I say, because the balancer fight is nothing more than a gank fight. You go to fucking Everdark balancers. You go to Everdark balancers and everything like that. And the fucking, the bloody blooming flower bit. It's like you can't be able to stop getting blood loss from that. Because like it's always gonna drain your health, and you're gonna get that that blood loss filled bar, and then go from there. Springwood, and we got Spring Twap. Ain't that kind of funny? We're on Springwood, and we got a Spring Trap. Like, oh, good, that's funny right there. Main rush check. Alright. Did you do it? Yeah, you did. What the fuck? Ow! Man, fucking one time, like I'm near the end of working on a jam, you know, suddenly E appears. Whee! I'm gonna see if I can go back and make more progress on that gem. Every time I do it, it's like, I always paid on this track. Ow! I disagree with that. That should not have been a hit. Like, I disagree with that entirely. That should not have been a hit. Like, how that I was in a fucking, in a fucking angle. Okay. Hey, get in the way out. Ah, bitch. Here. Fuck. Doggy. Big Dwap. The trap of spring. Oh, I had a little bit out. Twink, twink. Twink, twink, tinky. No way out, fire up. Tinker, and they call up right again. You know, part of me, I kind of, like, if I ever was to do Killer again, part of me kind of thinks to myself, like, you know, should I actually try that? By using Call O'Brien? I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and call it here for stream and everything like that, you know, because I know I'm gonna be doing some DVD stuff tomorrow and all that. And I feel like, you know, we've made some nice progress, and everything like that. You know, we got, you know, 3 million plus blood points. Let's see. And I believe that tomorrow, Rift Pass Part 6 will open up. We'll see what, you know, what's all in that. Excuse me. But yeah. Yeah, that was quite the series of matches, me says. We're gonna clear that. Probably wonders if he's still streaming. Yes, he is. Alright, so we're going to go right into Bird Shadow. He's currently playing. He's doing some DVD right now as well. He's doing this. He's doing the Survivor Gauntlet challenge. That's been kind of that's been kind of like a burden in a way. Kind of I don't know if I don't know if I say like burden, but more like a pain in the ass to, you know, to try and do. Because apparently I think you have to win like 10 Survivor matches in a row to have a checkpoint where it's like, oh hey, you know, like, well, you know, now I've, you know, done this, you know, that or whatever. So but yeah, my next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be tomorrow, aka Tuesday. It's gonna be more. It'll be more Dead by Daylight, with the Course of Sin chapter. At most, I am going to try and get the you know, the new Survivor and everything. I'm gonna try and get the new Survivor, hopefully, and then maybe prestige them a little bit to where I can at least get their parks, to where like I can be able to at least like get their their park slot stuff unlocked and and what have you. I don't know for sure if I don't know for sure if I'll like really have enough to get the killer, the killer, which is called the Judgment. Which I don't know why. Like, I had like this random thought. I had like this random thought in the back of my head, where like when I saw like when I saw the Judgment and everything like that. I think it was like I think probably was like like part of it was like due to like early concept ideas or something like that. But then I guess like even though I kind of like even like things kind of change over time and all that as well, but there was a whole situation that kind of made me think of like the Judgment being like the DVD equivalent of the Balancers, but instead of like, but instead of like having like like multiple Valkyries or whatever the fuck, you actually had like like one creature. I'm trying like do this raid and everything. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's like I'm trying like to put in like the the raid command and everything like that, to get the the raid message to pop up, and for some reason it's like it's like it was doing that thing where it's like it looked like you can actually you look like you're able to like to type when you chat and all that, but like no matter how many times you try typing something, it wasn't doing anything. Cause I put in like exclamation point raid. God damn it! I was gonna put exclamation point rah, probably. Did it do the thing? Yeah, I tried to put. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like it's like the fucking thing's so delayed or whatever that like I tried to put an exclamation point raid. And like it got rid of the ID. It gave me this exclamation point raw. Hurrah! But anyway, so as I was saying, but anyway, back to my scheduling and everything like that. If everything goes well, like I said, I'll be trying to do some more DVD tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do like an early stream type thing like I did. Like I did today and everything, but but the thing at most is like, hey, but the thing at most is like, I'm going to be trying, to, I'm going to be trying, to like hopefully, get this, the new Survivor and everything like that, and hopefully, maybe do some Adept Survivor runs with them and everything. Depending on how much I have left after I've gotten the Judgment, will determine whether or not like if I get the if I get the killer as well. But other than that though, Friday will be the next planned stream, which for right now looks like it might. Which right now I believe is going to be some more. It's going to be like another Doom. Another classic Doom collab thing with Onyx. We're probably gonna be doing like a double stream thing. He streams on his end, I stream on mine. Saturday will probably be a Doom mod for Shoot 'em Up Saturday, and then Sunday might be Outlaws Remastered. But until then, as always though, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really truly appreciate it, and I'll see you all hopefully in the next video or live stream. But until then, as always, please take care of yourselves, everyone, and have a good week or weekend.